These scams happen all over the world. Like we've seen them in Turkey, Istanbul. A lot of the scams come out of Lagos, Nigeria. And it's really like, we've tried to dig in and try to understand this. And it's really just the culture. And, so basically there's a lot of like middle-aged men that groom like younger kids essentially. And so these kids are like 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 years old, and they groom them and they teach them how to do this. And they give them this playbook, and they educate them on how to do it. But they also believe in like voodoo, so that's like a very big part of the culture there. And these scammers believe that, once they grab hold of you, like there's no way you're going to say no. And so they use like voodoo and a lot of what they do, and they truly believe that works. But what they do is they target certain types of people. And so the types of people they target, they want somebody who's lonely. They want somebody who has, maybe some like depression issues, somebody who's gone through some tragedy, maybe a widow, somebody who's divorced, middle-aged. The prime target is like somebody that's like 35 to 65 years old, because, in that age range, those people typically have some sort of money or access to some sort of money. And what they'll do is they end up telling you things that you've never heard before. So if you're like 65 years old and you've woken up every single day to your husband, right? And your husband passes away, and now all of a sudden you don't have that person in your life after being married for 25, 30 years, you are lost and you don't know this like internet landscape. And so they go and they take advantage and they tell you all these wonderful things that your husband told you and that you're like missing out in your life. And they'll leverage kids. So what they'll do is, a big part of the story, a lot of them say they're widowed and they have like a kid, and they'll have you chat with the kid and to build like a bond. And so we've heard people that, don't have the ability to have kids. And what they'll do is like build this bond with this kid on top of the adult that they're, dating. And every time things go south, the kid will jump on and try to save the day. And so we've like, and usually they'll start small. They don't always start small, but usually they'll start small, like, a $25 iTunes gift card or, a smaller amount, and then go up from there. But what we talked to a lot of people, and what typically happens once somebody gives money, especially like 500, 1,000 or more, they hold on to the notion that this person's coming back and it's going to pay him back. Because now, like, you either go one of two ways with this, right? You accept the fact that you've been scammed and you move on, right? Because you're probably not going to get your money back. Or you hold on to it and you tell yourself, okay, you know what? This person's telling me they're going to come back. I've given him this money. My friends are telling me that it's a scam. I have to prove them right. Like, people are almost in this like this like good and evil like place where they're trying to justify the money they've given because people are telling them they're dumb or they're stupid, or just in their mind, like they haven't told anybody, and they don't want to miss out on the money, and they don't want to prove that, or that they have made the wrong decision. So there's a lot that goes into it. There's obviously the love and the affection part, and these scammers will put in 4 or 5 hours a day chatting to you. So it's not like, a lot of people are like, well, how could you give money? It's like, well, these people talk to these scammers for 4 or 5 hours a day for 12 months, like in their mind, it was a real relationship, And so this is what a lot of these people go through with these scams.